everybody, welcome back to One Leaf Tarot family. How have you all been doing? I hope you all have been doing well and keeping safe. Thank you so very much to all of my beautiful kind soul subscribers out there for all of your love and support. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll join our beautiful community here as well. Everybody, I need you to be very patient with me and hear me out as I need to explain to you how this reading works, as it is very different from my usual pick a card reading. Okay, and I have actually already finished your 4 readings, and I'd like to apologize to groups 1, 2, and 3, as there's a reflection of a ring light, and I didn't know this until I finished recording your 3 readings, so I do apologize. And this was the deck that I used for 4 of your readings. Okay, and what will happen is I'm going to be showing you 4 images on the screen shortly. It will look similar to this shape here, and it will be divided into 4 different sections. And for the left hand corner, it will be image number 1, and each image will have a word on top of it. So it'll be image number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and when I show you the images, I need you to pick based on the image, or based on the word, or based on both. Whatever that is attract to you the most would be your group. And before I show you the images, I need you to be in complete stillness and calmness as much as possible. And I would also like you to clear your mind. You know, whatever you're currently thinking, please try to clear that all out. And we're going to do some breathing exercise together to help you achieve that stillness and calmness. Okay, so I need you to all please close your eyes. Okay, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Okay, and slowly breathe out through your mouth. And let's do it one more time. And one last time with your eyes still closed. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3. And once I'm done counting, you can slowly open your eyes and choose your image. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so by now I hope you have picked your group or your image. And when you are ready, you can find the timestamps noted in the description box and the comment section below. I will see you in your reading. Hello, group 1. For those that have been attracted to this image and the message holds, this is going to be your reading. So we are here today looking at what does the balance of 2022 would look like for you. And you chose this imagery. I am seeing for you is that you are looking to attract a lot of attention, and you want to hold a lot of power or authority, being able to control and guide and direct people, or being able to attract a lot of supporters, or being able to attract a lot of attention from others that will help you grow. For example, if you are in a business where you are selling products or services, you are looking to be able to attract those supporters or those buyers. And if you are in a leadership role, or if you are not in a leadership role and you would like to be in a leadership role, you are wanting to attract those energy just so you can be in that role. So because I'm seeing that this person has their arms and their hands open up and they want to attract all the right tools and resources to help them grow or to help them be in an authority position or a powerful position or somebody that is able to lead. Okay, so it's different for everyone. Essentially, what I'm seeing for you is if that message so far, how I'm describing you, if that resonates, then this is your group. If not, feel free to pick another group. Okay, so for 2020, the rest of 2022, what I'm hearing from your spirit guides is that it's very tough, right? When you try to be the center of attention and continue to gain that power or to continue to gain that attention, because lots of effort and energy would need to be put into it in order to continue to maintain that. For example, if you are a YouTuber, I'm just going to use an example like myself. In order for me to maintain my channel, I would have to continuously upload new videos in order to continue to have my subscribers be interested, and as well to continuously attract more subscribers. So it would take a lot of work on my part in terms of continuously uploading videos. Okay, and that's just an example. So in order for you to maintain a leadership role or something that you want to create, there's lots of effort putting into it, or in order for you to continuously attract or be in the center of attention, there's lots of work that needs to put into it. So it takes a lot of work, right? So what I'm hearing from your spirit guides for 2022 is that while you should continue to do that, there's not going to be a lot of an enormous growth. Okay, it's what I'm hearing. If you're able to maintain a stable growth, it's what is very important for you right now. So let's just say if there's a drop in your business, or if you're experiencing any obstacle along the way in being a leader or being a YouTuber, don't be discouraged, because again, it's tough to maintain that, right? So your spirit guides are wanting you to know that for the rest of 2022, there could be ups and downs for you, and try to just embrace and go through the ride. Okay, the ride of being up and down, and don't let the downs discourage you or pull you back or stopping you from keeping your effort and your energy, or even your beliefs and your hopes. Okay, so just keep it up, okay, despite any obstacles that you might be experiencing as you move along for the balance of 2022. And there is one particular person that you need to be careful of, okay? I'm hearing that there's one person, and I feel that some of you know who this person is, so pay attention to this person and try not to but try to stay away as much as possible. And if this person is not leaving you alone or trying to trigger you, what I'm hearing from your spirit guides is that don't fall into that. Okay, just keep going and just let it be. Let them do what they like to do. As long as you don't let them trigger you, you're going to be okay. So for the balance of 2022, just embrace whatever that is ahead of you, that is coming towards you, whether it's good or bad. As long as, you know, there is going to be, I feel that there's not going to be any loss, as long as you having the mentality that all will be well, even at times of lows or downs. Okay, it's what I'm hearing. So just try to maintain that neutral mentality that, you know, okay, I'm experiencing a period of downs now. It's all right. It's going to be, everything is going to balance out at the end. Okay, it's what I'm hearing. Everything will balance out at the end as long as you continue to do what you do best and have faith and hope, and everything will be fine once you reach to the end of 2022. And the key here is to stay away from one person, or at least not let that person trigger you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you some tarot cards to see if we can get any more messages and guidance from your spirit guides. Okay. And with this message hold, I forgot to mention that your spirit guides want you to hold on tight, okay? Doesn't matter what you are going to be experiencing for the balance of 2022. Just make sure that you don't lose grip of what you have always wanted. Okay, keep your eyes on the prize, despite if you're going through tough times, okay? Or if you start to see things go down, just hold on tight, okay? Because things are eventually going to balance out if you're able to maintain that hopeful energy, okay? All right, so Spirit, any other messages you would like Group 1 to know? Alrighty, let's see what we've got here for you. So, first card that came out was the King of Cups. Okay. And we have the Emperor. Wow. Okay. And we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Fool. Beautiful. All right, so I am totally not surprised yet blown away by these cards. And I will tell you why. The King of Cups, the Emperor, these are strong masculine energies, right? So as I mentioned here, that you are the type of person that would like to have power or attract power or attention. So with the King of Cups and the Emperor, these are very powerful. This is like a powerful court card, and this is major arcana. And with the King of Cups, you know, it's someone who's in power, someone who's in well control of their goals and their emotions, and someone who's very mature, someone that knows exactly what they want, and someone who's very bold and yet very loving. And with the Emperor, again, it's someone who's very strict and structured, and someone like, these are like authority people, or people in power. Like I mentioned, you are going to be able to maintain that power, that attention that you are craving to attract into your space. And what your spirit guides want you to know that not only you are going to be able to maintain this, you're going to be able to also offer your cups to others if you are in the services or products, sales and services fields, or even in management level in like your workplace, whatever it is that you have authority over. I feel that you're able to provide this beautiful energy, or spread this beautiful love energy to others, and you would be able to continue to maintain this as long as you trust when things are feeling at a loss, like this Five of Cups here. You feel like you lost 3 cups here along the way as you move along the rest of 2022, but don't forget there are 2 more cups left behind you. So just keep going and hold on to your cup. Okay, hold on to your power and know that things will balance out. Okay, and be in this full energy that I feel that with this Fool card, I feel that you can create anything you want as long as you trust. Like, be in this full energy. Like, if you need to take a leap of faith along the way just to correct any loss as you experience the loss, you are going to be able to recreate what you have lost as long as you continue to trust that things will balance itself, themselves out when you get to the end. I feel that slowly as you move along, you might lose some, but you will gain some, and things will restart. Okay, you will lose some, but you will gain some, and when you reach to the end, things will restart, and you're gonna be back in this powerful energy again. So essentially, your spirit guides are wanting you to know that for the rest of 2022, as long as you're able to maintain that balance, you're gonna still be able to hold on to that powerful leadership, authoritative, powerful self of yours, and continue to give out your cups regardless. Okay, when we are in leadership role, sometimes we tend to forget to put love into the situation, because sometimes we can become rigid, right? Group 1, we feel that we need to maintain an objective. So in order for me to maintain an objective or to achieve that goal, sometimes we need to be very strict on ourselves, and we need to be very structured, we need to be very disciplined. But Spirit is saying that you need to make sure that you show and you give that love to yourself as much as possible along the way, even when during times of losses. Make sure that you feed yourself with lots of love, and don't kick yourself for that, or don't blame yourself for that. Okay, and I feel that's you're gonna be slowly going back to this full energy here. Things are going to restart, and you're going to go back to this beautiful leadership role again. It's what I'm hearing for you. So hold on tight, because things are going to be smooth sailing, okay, or balance out as long as you believe, and you can certainly restart any losses and rebuild your empire. It's what I'm hearing for you. Okay, and thank you very much, Group 1, for being with me here today. Take very good care of yourself and stay very safe. I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, Group 2. For those that have been drawn to this image and the word embrace. This is going to be your reading. So it is going to be all about the balance of your 2022. What does that look like for you? So when I look at this imagery, I feel that you have done so much for the first part of 2022. And the scale has tipped to one side, like she's sitting on one side and there's no one here. I feel like you have done a lot and that you have not seen any progress, or you're like, okay, I've put so much effort into, my work, my project, my family, my friends, whatever it is. It's different for everyone, but you have done so much for the first part of 2022, and you're thinking, am I ever going to see any progress? Am I gonna at least receive something back in return? Not that you're looking for that, but it's just that you're thinking, wow, I've done so much and yet I've not seen any progress made. So, what am I to do now, or should I continue? And if this is you right now, then this would be your reading. If it's not, then please choose another group, okay? So I feel that for the first part of 2022, group 2, all the goal and the achievements that, or at least, all the preparations or all the effort, all the work that you have put forth to whatever goal or target that you like to achieve, that you have not seen anything or any progress made for the latter part of 2022, you're gonna see the scale continues to be tipped to one side, but this time it's going to flip around. So this time it's going to tip to the side where you're going to be seeing a lot of progress made. You're going to be able to achieve that goal, that wish, that project, or that completion of your project, or something that you have worked so hard for to achieve. For the latter part of 2022, you're going to be able to achieve that goal. You're going to be able to meet that target. You're going to be able to see that progress are being made for the latter part of 2022. So congratulations, group 2, those that chose this imagery and the word embrace. So right now, just embrace what you are currently facing, or what you currently have, because the scale is going to tip to your side now. I'm getting like justice is finally being served, or you're gonna reap your fruit of labor, that type of energy for you for the latter part of 2022. Okay, and so yes, all your hard work is going to get paid off. So hang in tight, embrace what you have, embrace what you're currently going through, and just keep going and don't give up hope, because you are going to see a lot of progress being made by the end of 2022, and you're going to achieve that goal. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can get you more messages by pulling some tarot cards for you. I feel that some of you have been working this group. I feel like there's a lot of hardworking people, you know, day in, day out, you try to do your best in getting things done, or hoping that you'll be able to achieve that goal or meeting that target. And Spirit is asking you to continue to do that, okay? And embrace everything that you're going through, even though, currently you haven't received any good returns or you haven't seen any progress. Just embrace all of that, because you will, okay, towards the end of 2022. Okay, so Spirit, what additional messages or guidance you have for group 2, please and thank you. Okay, alrighty, so we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, sorry about the reflection there. We have the Tower card. Okay, we have, okay, I think this card came out first. The Knight of Wands. I don't want to block that word there. And we have the Page of Wands. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so group 2, like I mentioned, you guys have worked really hard and you have fought really hard with the Seven of Wands here, and you are still standing tall. Okay, I feel that Spirit is asking you to stand your ground, embrace whatever that's happening to you. Some of you have been going through a lot of tough times, a lot of I'm hearing some, feeling pinned down and tied down and being targeted. And some of you have also gone through like crisis situation, and guess what, you're still standing, right? At least Spirit is asking you to keep going, stand tall, keep your energy up despite others that are trying to get you down, or situations that are trying to pull you down, because for the balance of 2022, you're going to experience a switch. Remember I told you with this Tower card, you're gonna see a switch in your situation, a drastic change in your situation. All the bad things are going to fall off, okay? And Spirit is going to help you rebuild, and you are going to be flipping to the side of victory. I feel that Spirit is wanting you to be in this Page energy, Page of Wands energy. Always be feeling like very playful, be in the lighter side, feeling in like, don't let things pull you down. Always open to new possibilities, like even though you have always have your mind set on a certain goal, and sometimes things don't work out, and there's a lot of people or situation that are trying to stop you from moving ahead, and Spirit is asking you to keep standing tall. Whatever goal or target that you have in mind, you are right on point. You are going to achieve this. Spirit is going to help you remove all the negativity and help you gain what you fully deserve. I'm seeing like like an orange tree here. I feel that you're gonna eventually get your fruit of labor, okay? And with this Knight of Wands, I feel that with this Knight of Wands is like the second, okay, I think that the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving energy, and the second would be the Knight of Wands. So from now to the end of 2022, I'm recording this in June, right? So the latter half is like 6 months from now. So with the Knight of Wands, the energy is, I believe, is like from weeks to months, right? So this would make, you know, perfect sense that things are going to be slowly moving. You know, you're gonna slowly see your fruit of labor coming into fruition in a matter of weeks to months. So hang in there, embrace what's currently happening to you, and continue to persevere, because don't let anybody knock you down. Spirit is going to help you along the way, and you're going to be so shocked towards the end that things are going to turn around from like a worse situation to a perfect situation, or a situation where you have always wanted or hoped for. So hang in tight, embrace whatever that's happening to you right now, because you're just going to be heading towards your goal by the end of 2022. You're going to achieve that goal as long as you continue to stand tall, persevere, and be in the lighter side of things, okay? Even when things are as bad as this 10 of Swords energy, just keep going. I feel like I'm hearing that you should try to build like a shield, you know, in front of you, like an energetic shield. Try to block all of these negativities, okay? So don't let your mind, I feel that some of you, because you've done so much for the first part of 2022 and you're not seeing any progress made, or sometimes even like you see that things are actually getting worse than they should, despite all the good things or the effort that you have put forth. Spirit is wanting you to not be in that mentality and embrace what's currently happening, and just keep going and be in this like Page of Wands energy. Is like no, you know, even if currently or whatever that I have put forth, I'm not seeing any results yet, but it doesn't mean that I won't later on. And get like convert. I'm hearing like use that negativity and convert it into something that can inspire you. Use this as something that can inspire you to do more. And when you do that, you are going to be able to flip the scale over. The scale is going to tip over to your side, and I feel that you are going to achieve your goal. Okay, so by the end of 2022, if you're going to achieve whatever goal, please let me know in the comments below, okay? Because I really want to hear from you, and I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you that you are going to be achieving this beautiful target or goal that you always wanted by the end of 2022. Okay, at least you're going to see some success by the end of 2022. Alrighty, so group 2, that was your reading. Congratulations to all of you. All the best and success wherever you are. Please take very good care of yourself and stay very safe. I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, group 3. For those that have been drawn to this image and the word have, this is going to be your reading all about what your 2022 or the balance of 2022 would look like for you. All right, so what we're seeing here is someone who is sitting on a bench, and what I'm seeing for you is that your spirit guides want you to know that although you feel like you have everything that you need and that everything you have is, you know, in your control, and nothing is going to escape, or you're not going to lose what you currently have. So what I'm hearing from your spirit guides is that there are some loopholes, okay, or there are some leakages that you need to pay attention, okay? For the balance of 2022, what I'm hearing is make sure you check everything. For example, your bank account, your insurance coverage, your investments, okay? Something that has to do with perhaps money, okay? Or not even, like it could be maybe your furnace, some electrical or plumbing things in your house, even relationship. I'm hearing, make sure that you really have a good understanding of this person, that you can 100% trust this person. Maybe this person has something else in mind but you didn't know about, or it could be a partnership situation with a business situation. For example, your partner that you are doing business with, maybe this person has a different maybe this person has an agenda in mind that you didn't know about, or maybe this person had some other strategies or some other plans that you didn't know about. So make sure for the balance of 2022, while you feel that you can really trust these people, or you can trust that you have everything in order, your spirit guides want you to ensure that you double check and triple check just to make sure that everything is in order. And if it's not, here is your chance to correct that. So this is a reminder to you to ensure that you check everything around you, that they are indeed what they are meant to be, or what they are supposed to be, if they are supposed to be your good friend or not, or if they're here for another reason that it's actually not benefiting to you, or it could be a business partner. Maybe they actually didn't have your best interest in mind that you didn't know about. So the message here essentially for you, Group 3, is if you think you have everything under control, it's a reminder for you to really check to see if indeed that's the case. If it's not, for the balance of 2022, this is the time for you to correct those. So then when you get to the end of 2022, everything is going to work out okay. If you need to cut any cords, or if you need to correct anything, at least by the end of 2022, you don't have much to lose, rather than finding out later that things were actually not what you thought they were supposed to be. Okay, so that's essentially the message here from your spirit guides for the balance of 2022. So pay attention, start, do, like, maybe perhaps find a day to sit with yourself and go through, from your work to your home, to the people around you, to your business, whatever it is, okay? So just go through that one category at a time and make sure that you check everything. And if you need to correct anything, this is the time, a reminder to you to do that. So then when you get to the end, things will be all right. Okay, it's what I'm hearing for you. All right. So, but if this doesn't sound like it's your situation, then this is not your group. So if it is, then this is your group. So make sure that you know, while you feel you have everything, but really there might be some things that are falling through the cracks that you didn't know about because you have been very hopeful, which is a very good thing to have, right? A very good energy to have is to remain hopeful and seeing that everything is bright ahead of you. But you must also turn around and see and double check to make sure that, you know, what you have is really what you can actually that is something that is tangible, something that is long lasting. So if you feel that when you start checking things and if you feel that it's actually not tangible or not long lasting, or it's not something that is going to be long term, this is a reminder, or this is a chance for you to correct that, is what I'm hearing from your spirit team. Okay, so perhaps it's time for you to look behind you and see if there are anything that you might have missed, or there are some people in your life that you know, maybe you might have to kind of relook to see if they're there in your life, not for an agenda, that they're there truly to support you and to help you. And if those that are, you know, if you realize that those are not meant to be in your life, or that they don't mean well, and this is the time for the balance of 2022 is to, you know, cut the cords, okay? And if you can change anything, you know, it doesn't, when I say cut the cord, it doesn't mean that, you know, you should, you know, make them your enemy, but maybe it's time for you to distance yourself from these people or protect your energy, because I feel with this group, you have beautiful energy around you. And this is why everyone is wanting a piece of you. Okay, you have beautiful energy. So watch out for the vampire, like the energy vampire that is trying to take away your positive energy. Okay, so I feel that with this group, you are very loving and giving, and you always have, you feel like you have what you need, and you can trust that all will be well. But your spirit team is asking you to ensure that all is well. Indeed, is what I'm hearing. If not, this is the time to correct this, just so when you reach to the end of 2022, you continue to have what you currently have, or what you really should have. Okay, or what you truly have is what I'm hearing for you. Okay, so essentially it's a reminder for you at this time to really look into doing a self-inventory, a check on your current situation and where you are currently at in your journey. Okay, alrighty. So let me post some tarot cards to dig a little bit deeper, or to get additional messages and guidance from Spirit for you. Okay, so Spirit, what additional messages or guidance do you have for Group 3? May we please see them. Thank you. Alrighty, so first card that came out is the 8 of Wands. I'm so sorry about the reflection there. Okay, so And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Then we have the Six of Swords. Then we have the Five of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Star. I'm going to flip this up a little bit just so we can see. And we have the Queen of Wands. All right. So group 3. I feel that as you do a check on your situation, you might start to find something that will create a lot of anxiety or depression. But I'm seeing like there's an owl here sitting watching this person. I feel that you're someone who's very wise, or your spirit guides or your spirit team, they want you to know that you can get out of this if you find, if you know, along the way you manage to find some leakages or someone that it's not supposed to be part of you, or they have a different agenda than you. Not agenda, like they have they're not there for to help you grow, but they're there to pull you down. I feel that, you know, it's time to move away from that with the Six of Swords here. And, you know, maybe, you know, along the way as you discover things, there might be some people disagreeing with your decision to move forward with this Five of Wands here. And at times you might feel stuck, and you might feel like you're not sure if, you know, you're doing this right or not. Like I feel like some of them, the people around you, or maybe it could be a situation, you're going to realize that for you to continue to be in that environment or that situation, it's just going to pull your energy down. It's just going to like not letting you see what your future holds. Perhaps currently some of you are in a situation where you are actually not seeing everything that you are supposed to see. You're not seeing the full picture. So your spirit guides are wanting you to move out of the situation, and things are going to be, or asking you to remain very hopeful with the Star card here. If eventually you're going to find out that perhaps, you know, there are some people in your life that, you know, are not there for what they said they were there for in the beginning. Your spirit team is asking you to just move away from these people, move out of these people. If anything, they're just pulling your energy down, and they're blocking you from growing to someone better. And with this Queen of Wands here, I feel that this is going to be you, despite if you are a male or a female here. I feel that eventually, if you're able to identify those that no longer serve you, or situations that no longer serve your space, you are going to be eventually lifting all these negativity out of your way, and you're going to be someone who is very inspirational, someone who's tough yet inspirational, and someone who can inspire others to, you know, get out of a situation, a tough situation, and being able to, you know, create something positive or beautiful out of a tough situation. Okay, it's what I'm hearing for you. I feel that eventually a lot of you are going to realize that as you move along 2022, you're going to be moving homes, you're going to be moving out of a job, you're going to be moving out of a relationship, something that no longer serves you. Now, I'm not suggesting that, you know, you should break up with your current person or you should be leaving your current home. Not at all. What I'm hearing from your spirit team is that they want you to really look at your current situation. Is there anything that you might not know that is happening behind the scenes that are not good for your higher self? If there is, it's time for you to move away, to move out, to travel out of this situation, to get out of the situation, because you are this Queen of Wands here, because you can be in this Queen of Wands energy. Currently, what I'm hearing for you is that you're being chained down, you're being stuck in a situation that you didn't know. You thought you have everything under control, but there are something, or perhaps there might not be anything, but there might be another better way to do things that you had no idea that you could do. Perhaps there's something or somebody in your life or a situation that's pulling you away from growing into this beautiful Queen of Wands here, someone that can inspire many. Perhaps some of you are currently feeling stuck, and your spirit team is asking you to, look into that. What is exactly pulling you down, and why are you feeling stuck? And really look into that. Is it your mentality? Is it the people? Is it your environment that is creating that stuckness? If it is, it's time for you to move out of there. Travel out of that situation, because you are going to be someone who's going to be so inspirational. You can tell your story. Or if you're feeling that everything is okay, perhaps you have to do a double checking. Okay, it's what I'm hearing. You must do a double checking, because if you're able to correct that by the end of 2022, you're gonna be so powerful, beautiful. Like, I'm ready to take on the next challenge that comes my way, ready to move forward to the next journey. I feel that things are going to work out. I feel that some of you are very psychic. I'm looking at this star card here. I'm seeing there's lots of brightness here, like the third eye. I feel like some of you are very psychic here. Perhaps some of you are very spiritual here. Tap into your spiritual side. Listen to your intuition. Even though sometimes you feel that, oh, this person is actually a very good person, but sometimes our intuition tells us otherwise. Listen to that, because you could be right. Okay, it's what I'm hearing here. Because maybe this other person, there's something about this other person that you feel that it's not quite right, but you cannot really pinpoint. But what I'm seeing for you here is that you are going to be able to find out if this person is actually meant to be in your life or not. So you need to tap in and listen to your intuition, because you're going to be able to find out, and you're going to be so much in a better position to address this. And your strength and your courage is going to inspire many by the end of 2022. That's what I'm hearing for you, group 3. All right, so you do have what it takes to do what you need to do as you move along towards 2022, as you try to knock down all these barriers, all these conflicts. Okay, and I feel like there's going to be lots of movements coming towards you once you knock all these barriers, once you kick out all the anxiety or depression. I feel that your spirit guides are there to let you know how wise you are. So listen to your intuition. I feel for the remainder of 2022, you need to really tap into your intuition. That will help you, pinpoint. I'm also hearing a lie detector. Try to detect, the people around you. try to meditate or do like deep breathing exercise before you start your day and clear your energy. Imagine this beautiful love and light energy surrounding you, so then that way you have a more clear mindset. No other negativity or negative energy can penetrate. That way you're able to see things more clearly, and you're able to, detect who's good for you and what situation's good for you and what is not. And you're going to be having a successful 2022. Okay, so group 3, thank you so very much. That was your reading. Thank you for being with me here today. Wherever you are, please take very good care of yourself and stay very safe. I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, group 4. For those that have been drawn to this image and the word trust, this is going to be your reading all about what will happen for the balance of 2022. So by looking at this image here, I see that there's this person looking ahead, seeing all these potentials that they can achieve into their life, all these beautiful creativity that this person has, and simply just staring or thinking or visioning, but not really carrying out any actions, the actions that will create this beautiful things that this person has envisioned. Okay, so essentially what I'm seeing for you for 2022 or the balance of 2022 is that, have you had a lot of ideas? Have you had a lot of vision or beautiful creation that you have been thinking of, bringing it to life or wanting to create into your space, but you have actually not create any of this into reality, or at least taking a first step towards that beautiful things or creation that or vision that you want to create? If that is you, then this is your reading. If that's not you, then please choose another group. Okay, so what I'm hearing for you is for the balance of 2022, if you do want to create, be courageous and trust, okay? Trust that it will work out. If you're thinking, no, it's just a dream, or no, I don't have all the resources to help me get started, or to help me do what I need to do, or I don't have enough experiences to get this started, or, this is just a dream, it's never going to come true, and dreams don't come true. What your spirit team wants you to know is that it's time to take that first step. It's time to make your dreams come to reality. You have what it takes to create this. All you have to do is trust that everything will work out. And if you don't pursue it, or if you don't, take that first step, things are just going to be the way they are right now. But if you are going to take that first step, trust that things will blossom, things will work out. Yes, you might be, going through little bumps here and there, or some struggles or difficulties here and there. Trust that you are walking towards the right direction. Trust that your creation or your dreams will come true. What you need to do is trust and take that first step. Put it into works. Okay, start the process. For example, if you always wanted to create a YouTube channel, go for it. Take that first step. Okay, because when you do, your spirit team wants you to know that this is going to lead you to a road of success. But if you don't, you're just going to be where you are right now. So do you want success? Is the question that I'm being asked to tell you, or to ask you. If you want success, you need to take action at this time. So if you're going to take action right now, by the end of 2022, Group 4, you are going to see success. You are going to be so successful that you're not going to, I'm getting the message that you're going to be very shocked, or you're going to be, looking back and thinking, wow, it was a good thing that I did this. If I didn't, I would have been like in this mentality of contemplating and, still thinking about whether I should do it or not. Or like, you're going to realize that you're going to thank yourself that you did this for yourself and you created this magic for yourself. And know this, Group 4, you're not going to be the only one standing. Your spirit team is there to help you, to lead you, to show you the way. And anytime when you are experiencing any bumps or difficulties, know that they're there. They're watching you, making sure that you're going to be landing on a soft landing. So don't be afraid, trust and be courageous and move along and create that thing that you always wanted to create, or, do that thing that you always wanted to do. So because I feel that with this group, you guys are extremely creative. You have beautiful ideas. Like, I'm looking at this image here. I feel like this is like a rainbow. Okay, you have so many beautiful ideas, and I feel that a lot of unconventional ideas that people have not thought of. You need to bring those out, okay? And you need to create those, because if you're not going to do that, nothing's going to change in your current situation, okay? I feel that it's not only ideas. Like, if you're looking for changes, and if you always have this vision of this is what I want to be, or this is where I want to end up with, do it. Okay, it's what I'm hearing, because it is the time to get moving. Okay, it's what I'm hearing for you. All right, so what I'm going to do next for you is I'm going to pull you some tarot cards to dig a little bit deeper, and also to see if we can get any more messages and guidance from your spirit team. Okay, I feel like shuffling one more before I pull you the cards. Okay, so Spirit, what other messages or guidance do you have for Group 4? So the first card that came out was the 10 of Pentacles. How beautiful is that, Group 4? And we have the Page of Swords. And we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, I feel like pulling you a couple more. Just gonna shuffle one more. Okay, so that came out pretty quickly. We have the 2 of Swords and, wow, the Ace of Cups. I'm blown away. At the same time, I'm not surprised. We talked about, having the vision to do what you wanted to do. And I see an eye here on this Ace of Cups card. You have beautiful vision. You have this beautiful creativity from within, that you know what you want, you know what the end goal is going to be like. You just need to take the appropriate steps and actions to get there, okay? Because I feel that your spirit guides are watching every step that you're going to be taking if you are going to take those steps. Okay, and with this Two of Swords here, I feel that you guys have been, flip-flopping back and forth. Should I do it or shouldn't I do it? You have been trying to make the right decisions, and your spirit guides are telling you to go ahead and do it. And some of you might have been, working on this project or some type of creation, but you haven't really revealed it, or maybe you have been working behind the scenes, but you haven't really show it. I'm hearing like showing it off to everybody, or launching this idea. For others of you, what I'm hearing is you have probably failed in the past after working so hard on this something that you wanted, but it didn't work out. And so you're kind of like not trusting that things are going to work out anymore. Again, with the word trust, you need to trust that all your hard work is going to, be paid off. You need to trust that what you envision is going to come into reality, and be in this Page of Swords energy. Go out there, be brave, and speak your mind, or bring what's in your mind to reality. Go out there, explore, what you can create, or even after you create something, taking the first step and explore what other steps you can do. And because at the end of all of this exploration or creation that you are going to bring out, or this beautiful vision that you are going to bring out, it's going to lead you to this 10 of Pentacles. Before you are going to be so I'm hearing the word rich. There's going to be so much wealth that you're going to be attracting because of this creation, or this thing that you're going to be pursuing that you always want to do. This could be anything, because it's different for everyone, as this is a general reading. This could be that job that you always wanted to go for, or that, that project that you always wanted to start, that channel that you always want to start, or this idea that you always wanted to start to make your channel grow, whatever it is. Or even like a family, you want to start. Maybe you have been thinking whether you should have kids or not, or what have you. Or this could be even friendship, or a relationship, should you take one step further. Whatever it is, Spirit is saying that this is the time to stop contemplating, or some of you might be thinking that the decision is tough. It's not as tough as it seems. So make that decision, make that call for you, because like I mentioned earlier, that once you do that, by the end of 2022, you are going to see that all the hard work, or all the steps that you have taken, will help you lead to something as beautiful as wealth, as stability. Your financial needs are going to be satisfied. You are going to get that first pot of gold. It's also what I'm hearing. This is so amazing. So allow yourself to embark in this opportunity that you always wanted to do. Perhaps there's some fear-based energy here that I'm feeling from some of you here, that you fear failure. You fear that people are going to laugh at you, or people are not going to be supportive of your ideas or your creation. Your spirit team is saying, disregard all of that, because bottom line, you're doing this for yourself, not for anybody else. You're leading your own life, and not others, so don't worry and disregard what they're saying. If they're not being supportive of what you're doing, then they shouldn't even be in your space to begin with. You should be surrounded with people who support you 100%, if not more. So I feel that this is going to lead you to a beautiful beginning, okay? And it's going to lead you to something even bigger than even getting your first pot of gold, okay? It's what I'm hearing. So group 4, if you decided to just stay, things are not going to change. But if you decided to do something, to take actions, things are going to change to beautiful beginnings, to beautiful financial stability, to beautiful gain. This could be a new job, this could be a new project, this could be a new channel. Things are gonna grow so quickly that you are gonna be so shocked and you're gonna be so thankful that you did this for yourself. Okay, so trust that things are going to work out, and do not let fear pull you back, and do not let the unknown pull you back, because you do have this beautiful vision. So trust in it and go with it, because it's going to lead you to beautiful new beginnings, and it's going to lead you with beautiful financial stability, and your needs are going to be met. And I'm also hearing that there's going to be some type of downloads, okay? It's what I'm hearing. So pay attention to that as you step into this new beginning. So look for signs from your spirit team, okay? So group 4, all the best and success. That was your reading, group 4. Thank you so very much for being with me here today. Wherever you are, please take very good care of yourself and stay very safe. I will see you in your next reading.